Hi everybody, I'm Lynn Langit. I'm going to be doing quite a lot of traveling and speaking this spring, and I get a lot of requests for where are you and when are you and what are you talking about. So I thought I would actually just make a quick video about it. So here we go. So starting March 6th, I'm going to be in San Diego on this coming Thursday. I'm going to be attending a workshop from an Agile expert on retrospectives, Diana Larson. I'm really looking forward to it. As you can see from Eventbrite, it does look sold out, but you can be added to the wait list for lunch. Diana has written several books on retrospectives, and she's a keynote speaker at the Big Agile conference this year. I've known her for years, and I'm really looking forward to learning more about Agile practices and retrospectives in this meetup this week. Also this week, I'm going to be learning a new language. I'm going to be heading up to Santa Monica for the Go boot camp from one of our friends, Matt. I can never say his last name, Mattetti, I think he goes by. So this will be up in Santa Monica on the weekend, and it looks like this one too is sold out, but you can be added to the wait list. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard a lot about Go, and I can't wait. Upcoming in March, Llewellyn and I are heading up to Portland so that we can share some of our work around our courseware that we've created to teach children to program, particularly in Java. And the focus for this particular presentation, which is going to be at the Agile PDX user group in the evening on March 19th, is going to be us presenting on the application of Agile practices in our courseware for the kids and for the teachers. So if you're in the Portland area and you're interested in learning about some of the aspects of our free and open source courseware and teaching materials, head on over. We'd love to see you. And this presentation will be designed for adults. We're actually arriving on Tuesday to Portland and heading out on Thursday, and we're trying to arrange a couple of classroom situations where we actually teach kids using our courseware. So if you're from Portland and you're interested in working with us, respond to this video and if we're not already booked, we'd love to come to your school. We teach middle school on up and teach for an hour or so. It'd be really fun up in Portland. Got a busy month coming. The next thing for me this month is to head on up to Silicon Valley. This will be at the Microsoft office near San Jose, and to co-present with SQL Server MVP Mark Tabladio on machine learning. And this is going to be similar to the session that we'll be presenting a couple times later in the year at different venues. So if you're in Silicon Valley, head on over to SQL Saturday and see us and a whole bunch of the others from the SQL Server MVP community. Should be a really good event, and it's a free event, so that's always really kind of a neat thing. Lots of knowledge and free, and part of SQL Pass. Again in March, I'm going to do quite a lot of traveling, but at least it's just up and down the West Coast. I am heading up to the Google Cloud Platform March 25th Google Cloud Platform event up in San Francisco, where they promise to have a number of announcements around product offers for their Google Cloud. So I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be, pretty geeky and fun, and a good party too. So I'm not sure if this is sold out yet. It was free, but you had to register. And it looks like they have it viewing parties in Seattle and New York, and also broadcast online. It looks like a big splash out, so I'm sure they'll have some pretty important technical announcements, so be sure to tune in on that one. And if you're in San Francisco, head down, and I'll surely be at the after party, so love to see you there as well. Next, I'm going to skip up to May. I haven't scheduled all my April travel yet. I'm sure I'll be going some places, but already booked for May. A couple big things that I want to share with you here. So the first one is back to San Jose again, and really pleased and proud to be part of the SQL Pass annual Business Analytics Conference. I'll be working with Mark Tabladio to present the session on machine learning again, if you didn't catch it the first time or you're coming in for the conference. And also, importantly, I'll be presenting a full day pre-con. I'm really proud of this. I've been working on it for, a long time. What I'm going to be doing in this pre-con is that it's called Real World Small Big Data. You can see here. And that is something that you'd have to register for additionally, but I'm working hard to provide, good value during the time. It's a 7-hour session. The idea is for me to take, in aggregate, the best practices that I've learned as an architect and a consultant, working with a number of different clients and implementing what I call small big data projects where they're actually getting business value out of it. There's so much hype around big data. And one of the things that I'm seeing is a lot of companies will start something but not really finish it or get business value. So one of the things that I'm focusing on as a consultant is providing actual business value, business insights that can allow companies to make better decisions, serve their customers better, so on and so forth. And I want to talk about the technical implementation in my session here. So if you're around, try to make it up. I think it's going to be a really good session. And so far, last but certainly not least, I'm super excited to be going over to Europe to speak at a new conference called Techorama, May 27th and 28th in Belgium. This is put on by the MVP community, and this is replacing what used to be Tech Days. I was over in Belgium to speak at Tech Days a number of years ago, and I really loved it. Super high quality conference, really top technical speakers. Loved it. And so thank you to the organizers for reaching out to me. I'm very excited to be coming over, and you can see here's my little speaker blurb. And I'm going to be presenting really kind of interestingly on different clouds. I'm going to be presenting on the Google Cloud because now that the conference is a little bit more broad in scope, it's not just Microsoft technologies. I got invited to present on that. I'm also going to be presenting on the Amazon Cloud. And I will be probably presenting something on Azure or SQL Server as well. That hasn't yet been finalized, but it looks like I'll be presenting on all three vendor technologies, which just is kind of fun. So high quality conference. If you're in Northern Europe, please check it out. I think it's just going to be a super opportunity. So that's it for my travels so far. Lots of stuff coming up. I'll continue to make YouTubes and, do webcasts and that kind of stuff, but I just would love to see some of you who have listened to me online or who have read some of my books or something. So I wanted to make this little short screencast and just personally invite you to come on out. I'd love to see you and, keep learning and have a great spring. Thanks.